What is up, disc golfers? Today on Iceberg TV, I have a really fun video for you guys. I want to talk about Brodie Smith dropping out of the Dynamic Discs Open. I want to say why I'm still comfortable with my prediction of thinking he was going to be in the top 25 and give my thoughts on how the tournament went in general. So Brodie Smith did drop out of the Dynamic Discs Open because of the Lyme disease. He's still on the doxy. So it seems like they're not 100% sure if the doxy is making him feel bad or the Lyme disease. So we're not quite sure if he's going to be able to beat it or not. It seems like he may just have Lyme disease and not kick it, but we're still going to be hopeful. We're still going to hope that he's back to normal. So the first round of the tournament, he shot a 65, which was 1018 rated. So he almost shot a 1020 rated round, which is a top pro rated round. Like, that's an elite round, and it was tough conditions out there, and he was sitting in 23rd place after the first round. He was shooting just as well as some of the best players in the world. Now, the second day was a different story for Brodie. Ultimately, he didn't shoot as well, but that was because he wasn't feeling good. The medication he's on and the possible Lyme disease, it was just way too hot and humid for him. So not only were they playing in tournaments, but they're also grinding YouTube and making videos and signing discs and being social. So Brodie wasn't getting the amount of rest that he needed to actually complete the entire tournament. But I confidently believe that the next tournament, Brodie's going to be more prepared. He's going to plan ahead, and he's going to do everything that he needs to do to be able to finish the tournament, because Brodie's mindset as a disc golfer is to make money and get sales and to build the foundation business. But Brodie's business is about winning. Brodie wants to win. He wants to compete with Paul. He wants to compete with the James Conrads, the Ricky Wasakis, the Eagles, the Simons. He wants to be up there with those guys, and I still think he has the potential to be up there with those guys. So let's hope that Brodie can continue to recover and have more energy. And we're going to watch a short clip from the podcast. It wasn't a live podcast, I don't think. Actually, no, this one was live, but I don't think they're going to be doing live moving forward. So let's just hear what Brodie has to say.
The big thing with Lyme disease, which you've probably have already seen in this, is it makes you forgetful. Like, you just forget stuff. It's hard to focus. Your brain is kind of foggy. It's almost like if you stayed up for like 30 hours.
Yeah, these are the side effects, right? These medicine?
No, there's Lyme.
Oh, okay,
These are all things that you get with Lyme. And then the big one is your energy is like zapped. So the way I describe it is, it's not like I wake up and I feel tired. It's more as, normally I would wake up and I would have 100% gas tank. I'm waking up with like a 50% gas tank. So like this morning when I woke up, Paul was like, "How are you feeling?" I'm like, "I feel great." But as soon as I start doing something, my gas tank is already at 50 when it should be at 100. So I just can hit my I don't know what it's called. I hit my bonk when I bonk. You ever done that before? Bonk? Like when you just get exhausted?
I think he means hit the wall. But so it seems like Paul's not sure if Brodie's talking about the side effects from the medicine or the Lyme disease either. Sounds like Paul's a bit unsure, Brodie's a bit unsure, and it makes sense. If Brodie had 100% gas tank, I'm confident he could have continued to shoot 1,000 rated rounds in this tournament. And I'm also confident in saying that him getting through at a 50% gas tank and shooting almost a 1020 rated round is still impressive, and he still deserves credit for that.
Doing something? You've never gotten tired? Okay.
Yeah.
Some of us have hit that wall, or hit the wall. You hit the wall.
Yeah.
Hit the wall. Yeah, I hit the wall really, really quickly. Yeah, focus. I can't even focus right now.
Well, someone said, what's similar to a judge? It is focus, by the way. So that's the disc.
Oh, they're saying the disc, not focus. Okay. Yes, true. And then, so round one. Oh, so the other thing too is the doxy. So the medicine I'm on, it basically makes it to where the sun, it turns you into a vampire. The sun is like absolutely devastating to you. And so round one, if you look at my kind of scorecard, first nine, I was feeling great. Back nine started falling apart. And then going into round two, really didn't feel great at all the whole round. And it was getting kind of bad. towards the end there of where I literally, my body just felt like it was kind of shutting down. So
Also the word zonked.
zonked. Oh, that's the word. Bonk, not bonked, zonked.
Yeah, some zonked.
Thank you, Hannah. So going into round 2, I'm texting Kelsey in the middle of the round, asking her, "Hey, my hands are starting to tingle and swell. What does that mean?" It was getting really, really bad. So could I have played today? I don't know. I actually don't know.
Well, I made it to the warm-up field at noon, and you had just gotten out of bed maybe an hour before that, and you were already wiped.
I was already, yeah.
And you hadn't even gotten out of the car. We just got breakfast and.
So Brodie was feeling wiped before they even got there. I think it would have been, I don't know if he did this. It may have been too windy for this, but I think a tip for Brodie moving forward. I've played a tournament in the middle of summer in Atlanta, Georgia, and it was a long tournament with, I think we were playing 27 holes per round, and it was over 100 degrees and 100% humidity, and I wouldn't have made it through that tournament if I wasn't carrying an umbrella. So sometimes I wasn't the only one. Like, people saw me with my umbrella, and then everyone grabbed their umbrellas. Like, umbrella for shade could be crucial for Brodie. He should just break out a Zuka cart with an umbrella attachment, rig something real sturdy up so the wind won't blow it away. And, you know, if Brodie needs to just sit down while he's not throwing and sit in the shade of his own umbrella, I think that could be a simple solution that could get Brodie back on track to playing at a high level, even though he's not fully recovered. So that's all I want to go over as far as that goes. Foundation Disc Golf's page, if you want to watch it. This whole thing's an hour, and they talk about a lot of good stuff. They talk about, like, what the CBS coverage is going to be like, because they're going to show the men's pro card on CBS, so it's going to be on actual TV, which is really good for the sport of disc golf. This is going to be a massive step in what we're going to see moving forward in disc golf, and I'm excited to see what comes in the future, and I'm excited to see what can become of this channel and disc golf in general. So now, if you don't want any spoilers, I'm going to go over the results of the Dynamic Disc Open, and we'll move on from there. So I'm going to give you a quick second. If you don't want to spoil who won, stop watching this video right now. So this isn't the exact final score, but just to set the stage here, I know a lot of people aren't going to watch this live stream. Everyone's so used to watching Jomez and Central Coast and GK Pro that these live rounds, and people don't like the DGPT commentary as much as they like Jomez Pro and as much as they like Central Coast. So right now we have Paul leading the way. We have Calvin Heimberg shooting ridiculous 9 under par. He's shooting 8 strokes better than Paul right now. And the island hole, Calvin Heimberg, he throws a drive a little bit long on the island, hits the wall, and then just splashes the comebacker back in no fear, just 100% confidence. And then Calvin Heimberg's putting the pressure on Paul, and Paul was crumbling, and he was just getting a bit lucky. Like, he didn't shoot his best round, and really this was Calvin's tournament to win. And we're on hole 18 here, but on hole 17, Calvin Heimberg throws a great shot. Hole 16 throws a great shot. Paul on hole 17, he hits one of the first available trees, and his drive was really questionable, and it was going to go way out of bounds, and that would have put Calvin in a position to definitely win this thing. But Paul got lucky. He hit a tree, and it just kicked straight down and stayed in bounds, leaving him in a position where he just needed to get anything but a bogey or better, and he would win this tournament. So Calvin shot an insane round, so good on him. And we'll just have a look at some of these shots. So they're still showing the scorecard. And so we had Emerson, Keith, Wasaki, Jones, and Macbeth, but Ricky Wasaki and Kevin Jones were pretty much out of it at this point. Kevin Jones had thrown one of his main overstable distance drivers into the water. He sidearmed it on the island hole, and yeah, they're showing Calvin here. They're just calculating up the scores. Eagle was on chase card as well with Calvin, and I'm just so impressed by how Calvin is playing right now. He was playing with a back injury at the last tournament, and it seems like he's getting better this time. And he made an appearance on Simon's channel as well, and he's looking really positive, and he's looking really, really healthy. So I'm excited to see what we see from these guys in the future. Paul McBeth does go on to win the event, and congratulations to Paul. Hopefully he can continue to be there to support Brodie. Thank you for watching. This is Iceberg TV. Hit that like button and take care.